You're listening to the Get Meal Prep Show, a podcast about meal planning strategies that help you positively nourish your body, learn about nutrition, and most importantly, get dinner on the table. You know that this is a podcast for you if you've ever thought, oh no, it's 3 o'clock and I have no idea what's for dinner. We dive deep into meal planning methods and meal planning strategies that help you prepare healthy home-cooked meals that doesn't leave you feeling like you're tied down to the kitchen. I'm your host, Susan Watson, registered dietitian, certified intuitive eating counselor, and meal planning strategist for the online course Get Meal Prepped, which can be found at www.nutritionacademy.co. My team at A Nutrition Academy and my counseling practice, A Little Nutrition, has formed the Get Meal Prep method that helps people improve their eating habits by cooking whole foods and not relying all the time on convenience food products. Aside from our online course, you can work with us via our one-on-one coaching services. You can find the links to our packages in the show notes below this recording. We're so happy to have you here today and share this episode with you. If you like this episode, please subscribe to the Get Meal Prep Show on iTunes and leave a rating and review. It might not seem important, but your review can make a big impact and help us continue to deliver amazing content and keep bringing you the best meal planning strategies so that you can be the healthiest you ever. It's super easy to leave a review. You can leave a review from your podcast app. Simply search the Get Meal Prep Show, click reviews, and then write a review. We would love to hear from you. Now let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back to the Get Meal Prep Show. My name is Susan Watson, registered dietitian and co-founder of Nutrition Academy. Today I am going to be talking to you about nuts and how to get more protein into your meal plan by using nuts as that protein source. So nuts are nature's way of showing us that all good things come in small packages. And nuts are among the best sources of plant-based protein, and these bite-sized nutrition powerhouses are packed with a good source of healthy fats, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Nuts are also naturally low in sodium, well, the unsalted ones at least. And studies show that consuming about a quarter cup of nuts per day may reduce the risk of developing heart disease and also reduce the risk of death from heart disease. So let's consider making nuts part of our weekly meal plan. I've got 8 different ideas here for you on ways of incorporating nuts into your eating patterns, into your snacks, just so you can get a little bit of inspiration on how to include more nuts into the foods that you eat. So let's start with number 1. We've got crusted salmon or pork. So I just find it tastes better on salmon, but sort of any white fish would be fine. Any type of fish would be great. So what you do is you would take nuts, either say cashews or pistachios, and grind them up, and you can mix them with a bit of garlic or herbs, whatever you like, keep it plain. And then you crust them on top of either your fish or your salmon or your pork, and then bake it in the oven. And what happens then is as the heat from the oven bakes the oils from the nuts start to come out, and you get a really delicious crust. So that's one way to do it. Number 2, you can add some nuts to your granola and then serve your nuts and granola on top of your yogurt for either like a parfait for a snack or for breakfast. And I really like to do that. Number 3, we can add nuts to our salad. So we could do a spinach salad with some nuts, like some pecans, or we can just add nuts to whatever vegetable salad that we're having, just to get a little bit more protein. Number 4, you can mix nuts into baking, like muffins or banana bread. One of my favorite things to do is add some walnuts or almonds into my kids' pancakes, just for a little bit of extra flavor, some protein. Sometimes I'll grind them up, sometimes I'll just chop them up, all depends. Number 5, you can add cashews or peanuts into your favorite stir fries. So vegetable stir fry, you could have some, meat with it too, but then add some cashews or peanuts for added flavor. The other thing I like to do is use sliver almonds in my stir fries, and those taste really delicious. Number 6, you can pair nuts like almonds or walnuts with a fruit to have a balanced snack. So we always recommend to try to have a balanced snack to make sure you're getting the most of your energy. Some of my favorite combinations are cashews and grapes, almonds and apples, and mandarin oranges and walnuts. I mean, you can make any combination that you want. Those just happen to be my favorite ones. Number 7, you can top hot or cold cereal with nuts for a nourishing breakfast, like adding almonds to your oatmeal. If you're making, say, an overnight oatmeal, you can add in some nuts there as well. And number 8, the last one here, is if you haven't tried it before, try to make cashew cream. You can Google it on the internet. There's lots of different recipes. But basically, you soak almonds and then you use a high-powered blender and you can blend it with a little bit of water to get this really nice, delicious cream that you can use in soups and curries or stews, whatever you like. And the cashew cream is really rich in flavor. It's delicious and it has a really smooth texture. So I hope that those ideas give you some inspiration for using these healthful nuts to get more protein in your diet and help you be more satisfied when it comes to your meals. And I hope that you consider adding nuts to your weekly meal plan. That's all for today. I will look forward to talking to you later. Bye. Thanks so much for listening to the Get Meal Prep show. If you have any questions about today's episode or you would like to email us, you can at info@nutritionacademy.co. We'd love to hear from you, and if you have any suggestions or different topics for the show, we'd be happy to hear from you. You can also find me on Instagram at @alittlenutrition, and I have lots of meal planning photos and tips on my stories, so I'd love to connect with you there as well. Again, that's @littlenutrition is my handle. Anyways, until next episode, see you then. Bye.